Well, I'm red because it is 10:30 at night and we are in the Arctic Circle. Tulik Lake is about 5 minutes that way. Galbraith Lake is about 5 minutes that way. And we are going to experience an entire day without a sunrise or sunset because tomorrow is winter solstice. So we already have the aurora going up over our heads right now, but we've got a new diesel heater set up that I'm trying out. It's the Keegan builds diesel heater into like an Apache case from Harbor Freight, but then I have it going into a 5-gallon jerry can. And I've got the two Devos Light Rangers up throwing off a red light, hence everything's red. But because it's going to be 24 hours of darkness with a little bit of twilight, I'd rather have better night vision so I can see the aurora coming up and over in the background rather than drowning everything out with white light. So I'll be red, but we're gonna let the heater heat up. I'm gonna hop back into the car. Oh boy. Basically turn you all the way around. Okay. All right, now it's time to set up a time lapse and then head on to bed. Just got a tripod, just got to get the camera and then we're good. I will see y'all in the morning. Enjoy the time lapse. Good morning. Last night was super comfortable. The new heater works extremely well. I'll likely need to figure out hose ducting so that it heats both the top and bottom evenly, but it ran from midnight last night. It's 10 o'clock in the morning now, and so that's the twilight hour, with the sun trying to peek up and over but being unable to. But ran for 10 hours, was super comfortable, ended up sleeping in a 40-degree sleeping bag with the hover quilt over top of it, and at times was a little too warm. And then Odin slept in the truck bed as normal with zero complaints. He was super comfortable. But look at that moon. So we're gonna probably spend most of the day inside of the truck bed working on some video editing thanks to Starlink, but pop out from time to time. It's just too cold to stay outside for a long period of time unless you're Odin, who's clearly at home. but we're defrosting the other camera, and then we're going to set that one up for a time lapse for kind of the twilight in the distance, and then I'm going to hop in and make some breakfast. What do you think, bud? Good spot? Inside the truck bed, we've removed the panels, so we've got roughly 5 feet of standing room. Odin's got some seating room down beneath me, so we've got the heater mounted. This is essentially going to be base camp for the rest of today. It's warm enough that I don't need the heavy parka, and I can do with the mid layer, but it's still pretty chilly, so. Only in Alaska would you get a visitor in the middle of the Arctic Circle on winter solstice. And not only that, I actually know the guy. Tim showed up. Although, he doesn't have a tent, so I don't think he's staying. But, look! It's Tim! Tim! You cold?
No. Truck's 75 degrees probably.
And so Tim is on his way up to Dead Horse. And you can tell it's super cold by my beard, but Tim's on his way up to Dead Horse. He left this morning, so he's doing the straight shot from Fairbanks all the way up to Dead Horse. And it's warmed up a little bit. It is currently -9. I wonder if it'll pick it up. Yep, there you go. So it's currently -9. The humidity's wrong. But my hands and beard are a little cold, so we're gonna hop back in. Odin was already complaining about the temperature, so we're gonna hop back into the truck and warm back up. It is -8 outside, and it is a toasty 64 degrees inside. I think it's showing up. Yep. Thanks to the diesel heater sitting next to me. Heading out to check the time-lapse camera, swap some batteries, and then I think I'm going to have to start the engine warming system because I'm unable to charge the diesel heater battery from the truck bed. And if I have to unhook that, I might as well just pack everything back up, drive down to Coldfoot, recharge it there, and then figure out a place for camp. so we moved the camera. My hands are currently frozen because cold metal and negative 10 degrees. But yeah. Now, to do the engine block heating system is a bit different. So the battery and everything is in the back. I'm not going to open it so that it stays warm, but I'm going to hop back in and I'll show you what I'm going to do on my phone. And then we're going to let the car sit for about an hour and a half, let the heater run out the battery, and then we'll pack everything up. And close that back up. And now we're back where it's nice and warm. And then we'll go all the way up as bright as we can. Set the camera. Please don't fall. Okay, don't move. Okay, and so if we go into the Expion app, we can see we've got 166 out of 240 amp hours, which normally I wouldn't need to start the inverter until we're about 120 amps, but again, because the Delta 2 is probably going to die, we're going to do it now. So now that I know I've got enough power, I'm going to go into the RedArc mobile app, let it connect, and then we're going to do the inverter, and then we're going to turn the inverter on. We're going to wait a second, and then we're going to go back to the Expound app, and we should see, yep, 640, 639 watts being pulled right now, which means the inverter is turned on. It's running the blanket that's on top of the Manager 30 system, and then it's running the battery manager, the engine, or the oil pan heater, and the transmission block heater, and the actual engine, which is good because this will give us about 2 hours to warm up the engine. And even though it's -8, I'd only need it to do about 45 minutes. We're gonna finish up some video editing, let the time lapse run for the next 2-ish hours, charge some batteries, and then pack everything up and head south to Coldfoot. Now the moment of truth. This should start, no issues. It would help if I unlock the car. And there we go. Time to pack up the tent.